Find the value of tan 2 theta given sin theta is equal to negative square root of 7 over 4, and where this angle theta lies between 180 and 270. So 180 means it is in the third 90, 180 and 270. So you are in the third quadrant, right? The third quadrant, that's why sine is a negative. So let me draw one little angle here, approximately just this is the angle theta I have. Now sine, you know that it is the opposite over hypotenuse. So in this case you have opposite to this angle here. This is O, that is square root of 7, and it is a negative 7 because you are on the negative side of y-axis, and 4 is the hypotenuse. Now you have to find this leg making use of the Pythagorean theorem. A square plus b square is equal to c square. What is your a? That is negative square root of 7 whole square plus b square, I don't know, and c square means that is 4 square. So negative square root of 7 on squaring, you know, this goes off, you will get only 7 plus b square is equal to 16. To give b square is equal to 16 minus 7 is 9. Taking square root on both sides, b is equal to plus or minus 3. It can be a positive 3 or a negative 3. Now you are on the negative side of x-axis, so I will write down negative 3. And you are looking for tangent to theta. So what is the formula for tan 2 theta? Tangent to theta, it's a double angle, is equal to 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan square theta, right? That's the formula we have for these double angles. Now let us substitute the values. Tangent, you know, opposite over adjacent side. So tan theta, let me write the tangent theta in this case is opposite negative square root of 7, and adjacent is a negative 3. Negatives cancel off, you are left with a square root of 7 over 3. Okay, so I write here 2 times square root of 7 divide 3, and 1 minus square root of 7 over 3, and I'll square it because it is tan square theta. Now 2 means you know that it is just 2 over 1, so it will give you 2 root 7 over, this is 7 please, 3, and in the denominator 1 minus square root of 7 on squaring will give you 7, and that is 9. What next? You have over here 2 root 7 over 3, this 9, and 1 you can assume it as 9 over 9, right? So 9 minus 7 is 2 divide 9, and the last step, what happens? 2 root 7 over 3 times 9 over 2. 2 and 2 cancel off, and 3 goes 1 time, and here 3 goes 3 times. So what is your ultimate answer? It is 3 root 7. That is the value of tan 2 theta. Let us see, and using calculator, what happens. I'll show you. Let's work it out. Directly this step we'll try to use. So after substituting the values, you got 2 times this thing. Now let me go to alpha. Oh, let me turn it on first. Clear off alpha, then hit y. I got numerator and denominator. Then in the numerator it is again a fraction. So first I'll write 2 times alpha and y equal to one more fraction. I'll hold on to this square root of 7. I'll just write down 1 instead of 7. And in the denominator it is a 3. Go down 1 minus, I need a fraction. So alpha and y equal to fraction. Here I can even enter this square root of 7, because you are going to square it, then it will be fine. That radical sign goes off, right? So I'll type in second and square root, that is 7. Go down 3, close the parenthesis and square, come out, hit enter. So you got 3. You remember we left the square root of 7 here. This 7 is not considered. Now leaving that 7, square root of 7, everything else gave 3 as the answer. So 3 times that left over 7, 3 root 7. It is the same thing, right? But why I'm showing you this part is, make sure that you use your calculator appropriately. Like square root of 7, it is an irrational number. Suppose if I write that square root of 7, let me show it to you what happens. If I take 7, just alright, that second square root 7, okay, see, you will get a decimal only. Let me alright, and we cannot change it into fraction. Let me try that also. Math fraction, no. So that's the reason. Just hold on to that kind of irrational numbers and use the other numbers to find it, or if they are smaller and easier fractions, just do it this way, right? Okay, thank you.